Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about Lucid Motors, but before I start the video, guys, please make sure you leave a like on the video below, subscribe to the channel for more awesome content, join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. Today we're going to be doing a video about Lucid Motors. Should you buy Lucid Motors stock at $17.40? Where do I see this company heading by the end of the year and over the next couple of years as well? And some interesting facts of why I personally think that Lucid Motors is a good buy. Most importantly, guys, everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. It is just my personal opinion and for educational purposes only. So that being said, let's get started with the video. So let's take a look at the one-year chart together, down about 7%. So obviously, it's not too bad. There's definitely a lot of other stocks that have definitely been hit a lot harder. Taking a look at the 5-year chart, still up 69.66% ever since its IPO. Looking at the 1-month chart, down about 17.11%, and 1-week chart up about 28.39%. Obviously, we all know Lucid Motors was trading around a high of around $55. A lot of people wondering, can Lucid Motors actually get back to trading around those levels? Will Lucid Motors hit $55? What's my personal price target? And what's kind of been going on with the company? So Lucid actually just reported their earnings, and their earnings actually did beat Wall Street's expectations, which is a very good sign for the overall company. But the company in itself is still doing very, very well for itself. We do know that a lot of people are accumulating Lucid Motors because the company is growing very, very quickly. We know that Lucid just signed an agreement with Saudi Arabia for a 155K unit capacity manufacturing facility, which is absolutely amazing. If you guys don't know, Saudi Arabia does have a huge investment in Lucid Motors. I believe it's over $1 billion. And I think a lot of people, it's tough to see the value in stocks right now because there are so many stocks out there that are just getting beaten down so hard. Even today in the market is not doing well at all. S&P almost down 2,000 points in a single day. Amazon, Apple down over 6-7%. So stocks are just getting hammered across the board. So it's tough to see value in stocks right now. But we all know investing is a longer-term journey. Guys, you always have to look at the longer-term perspective, not the day-to-day, and this is the most important thing when it comes to investing. Lucid Motors is growing very, very quickly. You have to take in consideration of all the things that are currently happening in the world. The Russia-Ukraine war, we have supply chain distribution issues. We also have rising inflation and rising interest rates as well. Overall market sentiment is definitely not in the best place it could definitely be. As you guys know, inflation rates are the highest they've been since, I believe, the 1970s. So, things are definitely not looking good right now for the overall market, but this should not skew your vision because you guys never know when the market does make a recovery. When's the, next time we're actually going to be able to see dips like this. But Lucid Motors has been reporting a lot of good news over the course of the last couple of weeks. Like I said, they just posted their earnings, and their earnings were pretty good. I believe Wall Street expected them around negative 30 EPS, while they posted a negative 0.05. So that's actually a huge beat compared to what Wall Street, had basically put for them for as far as their earnings expectations. Lucid actually also reported 30,000 EV reservations and raises prices on its Air sedans. A lot of people think that this is bad, but we do know that the price of raw materials is going up as well. So this is definitely playing into the fact of why a lot of EV companies are raising the prices on their vehicles. Things in the world are just getting a lot more expensive. But with how fast Lucid Motors is actually growing, seeing the huge potential of the overall company, I do think that Lucid Motors can hit $40 by the end of this year. My personal opinion on my price prediction for Lucid Motors. Obviously, this is definitely going to depend on market sentiment. It's hard to give price predictions when the companies out there are still doing pretty well, but the overall market sentiment is not there. But if we do get better market sentiment, along with Lucid Motors continuing to grow their customer base, I've definitely been seeing them a lot over the streets. I live in California, so, I'm starting to see their cars pop up everywhere. So the company is surprisingly doing very well. And you guys have to understand that, like I said, market conditions right now are not really good right now. So a lot of people do have to be patient with the stocks that they're purchasing and definitely looking at it from a bigger perspective. But, there's also a lot of big institutions that are picking up Lucid Motors as well. And it just goes to show that there is a lot of people out there who do think that Lucid Motors is going to do very, very well over the next couple of years. So taking a look at it from the bigger perspective, if market sentiment does get better from where it's at, Lucid Motors continues to grow, continues to expand. A lot of big institutions keep accumulating Lucid Motors. Like I said, I understand looking at the 1 year chart, we see this thing at $52 and it's all the way down at $17.43. Like I said, guys, don't let the short-term version skew your investing goals, because it's hard to see the value in stocks right now that are doing the work to grow. But it's hard to see it when the market continues to sink day after day, along with the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ. I am slowly picking up Lucid Motors. I personally do think Lucid Motors is an absolute steal at $17.44. My 2-year vision for Lucid Motors, if things continue, things get better around the world, inflation starts to come down, I could see Lucid Motors hitting 40 to 50 by the end of this year. And I definitely could see Lucid Motor rolling up to the 60s and 70s in early to even mid 2023. This is, like I said, definitely going to play a part on how overall market conditions are going. But like I said, over the past week, up 28.24%. So compared to everything else out there like Amazon and Google, the weekly chart looks pretty good. And it just goes to show that, these higher growth plays are definitely not sinking as much as actual tech. Obviously these stocks have taken 60, 70, 80%. My personal opinion on it, I do think that we are close to a bottom. That is just my personal opinion. It's not financial advice. A lot of people speculate that stocks still do have 70, 80, 90% more room to go down. And that could be true. I don't know what's going to happen. I cannot predict the future of the market. But for me, I'm telling you guys, I'm picking up Lucid Motors. I see the value in this company. I see that it's growing very fast, backed by a lot of big institutions. Like I said, Saudi Arabia has $1 billion investment. They're signing facilities and building manufacturing plants all over the world. I think Lucid Motors is definitely going to be one of the top contenders when it comes to the EV race here in the United States, and as it continues to expand all around the world as well. I do see Lucid Motors being definitely a top EV play. But with that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. You guys let me know down in the comments below, guys, what you think of Lucid Motors. Do you guys think Lucid Motors stock is a good buy at $17.42? If you guys own Lucid Motors stock, how many shares do you guys own and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.